Hello, I'm Music Fanatic with the Music Fanatic Reviews and News, and I'm back with another album review. This one kind of fits into the novelty category and the Christmas category. Not exactly the interesting finds category, because true, I discovered this on the internet, but getting this actual copy of this was not something that was an accident. And that is the infamous Christmas album of Star Wars, Christmas in the Stars. Not to be in any way confused with the Star Wars Holiday Special, which is infamous for being really bad and is well known and can be found on the internet. While I will say in its case, I didn't think all of it was terrible. It definitely was a mess. One of these days I intend to open a separate channel where I talk about TV and movies and stuff, and hope to do a review of that special on there. But right now we're talking about this album, Christmas in the Stars. It was released in 1980, and it features Anthony Daniels as C-3PO, uses sound effects of R2-D2, and has sound of Chewbacca in a few places, hollering. And is this as crazy and bad as the holiday special? Well, it's a lot better than the holiday special at being really good. But it's a strange record. Obviously it was made for children, not for the adult Star Wars fan. Although as an adult Star Wars fan who likes kind of out there stuff, I enjoy it anyway. The album is made up of a bunch of songs which relate to Christmas and Star Wars, most of which feature Anthony Daniels as C-3PO on vocals, though he more talks than sings. But a few don't. And the only thing close to a traditional Christmas song on here is Sleigh Ride, but the lyrics have been totally rewritten for it. So it's really not anything you're going to hear anywhere else. But is it decent? Is it good? That's the question. Truth is, I have found after I discovered it online, I ended up saying that would be awesome to have on vinyl, and my brother got it for me for Christmas one year. And I find I listen to it some every single Christmas. I probably wouldn't have as much of an appeal if I wasn't a Star Wars fan, but it's not bad either. Christmas in the Stars has a nice Christmassy feel to it as it opens up the album. The song Bells, 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 in which C-3PO is explaining what bells are to R2-D2, is actually pretty good, but it's also kind of confusing. Of course, I guess a Christmas album is kind of confusing anyway, because in a galaxy far, far away, we're talking about Christmas, and in this song, H.G. Wells, about Japanese, a whole bunch of things that shouldn't even exist yet. But it's an entertaining song. Odds Against Christmas, led by C-3PO, is pretty good, really. It's crazy. The odds against Christmas being Christmas are 365 to 1. It's very C-3PO. And of course you see the joke there, 365 to 1, 365 days in a year. It does have a line about the odds against love being born at all, and while that can be interpreted many ways, I like it because as a Christian myself, I like to think of the birth of a Savior, that love was born, Jesus Christ. Not saying they were going for that, but I love how you can put that in there if you want to. What can you get a Wookiee for Christmas when he already owns a comb is sung by a number of robots, and they kind of sound like Muppets singing to me, that are working on toys for S-Claus. R2-D2, we wish you a Merry Christmas, is a message for R2-D2, sung by a choir of people, led by John Bon Jovi, from Bon Jovi, on what I believe was his first recording ever, which is an interesting side note to this album. You know, at least commercially released recording. Sleigh Ride is actually reworking the Sleigh Ride tune to a song in which C-3PO is trying to teach R2-D2 how to sing, and the part where R2-D2 actually sings is actually quite interesting. Merry Merry Christmas, also sung by a bunch of droids. And A Christmas Sighting, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, is C-3PO telling his own version of something similar to The Night Before Christmas, which is interesting. And the meaning of Christmas is sung by S-Claus. Not Santa Claus, but S-Claus. And it is a nice, peaceful, pretty little closeout song. So all in all, I actually like it. I think it's pretty good. You have to go with an open mind. You have to realize it's kind of a novelty record, and you probably have to be a Star Wars fan. But if you're open to that, you can enjoy this record. Story is, the record company that made this was actually hoping to make a Star Wars Christmas album every year. But shortly after this album was released, the record company went bankrupt, and so there were no more made. Anyway, I love having this album, especially on vinyl. And I do listen to it each year. I might be a little crazy. But if you want something kind of different, but that you can enjoy, Christmas in the Stars is good. So I hope this review was entertaining to you and that you learned something about this album if you've never heard of it before. And if you have heard of it before, did you like it? Did you hate it? You can put that in the comments. And if you enjoy these videos, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if possible, hit that notification bell as well, so that you will be notified when I upload new videos. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and a very Merry Christmas.